happened?
There we go.
Oh my gosh.
Now it's recording.
Welcome to the Zoom call, guys. Like I said, I'm going to show you guys just real quickly how to run a Facebook ad. And believe me, it's nothing like, I am not a Facebook ad queen. I have taken some training from Jesse Reagan, if you guys know who he is, on Facebook, some Facebook ad training. So I know.
Before you do that, though, let me say one thing.
Okay.
Just like a quick announcement. Remember, by February 1st, that's the end of the Founders thing, February 1st. I think everyone knows that for those of you watching the recording. And February 8th, that is the last day to qualify for the Master Seller Dinner. So if you don't have a goal written down for yourself yet to hit Master Seller, that'd be a great date to write down, because February 8th is the last day to where you can qualify, and that's the last day you can qualify to get personalized lanyards. If you're going to Vegas, you have to make sure not only that you buy your ticket by then, but that you email, what's her name again?
Paula
at directsellers.com.
Paula at directsellers.com.
And let her know your name, your first and last name, so that you'll have a personalized lanyard for the first event. So you'll have a.
If you're the only one that bought a ticket for yourself, they know. But if you bought multiple tickets for multiple people, you need to email them with the guest list.
I would still send it, even if I just bought it myself. Maybe that's just because the way I am.
He's anal.
But I would email them anyway and say, just to make sure you have my name, this is who's coming. You know, so I would tell them that anyway. But yeah, so February 8th is the last day to do that. So those are important dates. So just a reminder for everyone.
And then on the 22nd, the tickets are going up in price. And then again on the 1st, they're going up in price, I think.
Right. Yeah.
So they're going to be $175 on the 22nd and then $200 on the 1st.
Right.
The 1st and after. So if you haven't got your tickets yet, hurry up. All right. Now, as I was saying, I'm not a Facebook ad queen or anything, but I know the basics. So I'm just going to quickly run through how to show you how to run an ad, and where you can click to change, certain things. And I am not going to go through Power Editor right now because I think that would just completely overwhelm you guys. So I'm just going to do the basic create ad. And by the way, those of you that are new might not even know even where to go to run an ad. You have to have a Facebook business page, i.e. a like page. So, and you can start one of those for free on Facebook. So if you don't have one yet, that's where you do that from. So I'm going to share my screen real quick. All right. I always go to Chrome to do this, just because a lot of times I do use Power Editor, and if you are using Power Editor, you can only do it through Chrome. But to run just a normal Facebook ad, you can go into Safari or Chrome, either one. Go to Facebook. I always never mind. I'm not drunk enough to say that. I'm not drunk at all, so I'm not going to say that right now. All right. Right here is where you'll see Ads Manager on the left-hand side of your screen. Go to Ads Manager. And that's how you will run your ad. And our internet is being really slow. I'm sorry. What's up with that?
I don't know. Is it because you're on Zoom also, maybe?
I don't know. Oh, it's about time. I can't see you guys that are chatting. I can't see what you're saying because I'm screen sharing right now. So
Terry asked if that was your like page.
Oh no, that was my personal page. You go into Ads Manager from your personal page, not your like page. I mean, I think you can get there from your like page, but it's easier just to do it from your personal page. Okay. I don't know if can you see the little green create ad button up here? Anybody?
Carrie,
I'm just not sure what you guys can see.
Carrie,
right now.
we see your face, so if you nod yes, We can see you.
Can you
Oh, sorry. The little thing on the side. I can move it over. Yeah, I see it.
Okay. I'm going to try moving this over a little bit. Maybe you guys can see. This is where you hit create ad.
Yep.
And then if you're going to, there's really only two things that you're going to actually use in the Facebook ads as far as I'm concerned. Either I am using Boost Your Post, which is like to get engagement to your post. So if you post something on your like page, your reach might be 10 people. But if you post something on your like page and you run an ad to it, it boosts your reach out to potential thousands of people instead of just 10. So Facebook expects you to pay for that now, so we just have to. And then promote your page would be to increase the amount of likes that you have on your page. A lot of times just boosting your post will actually bring likes too. So I usually do not use the promote your page feature either. I use boost posts and it sends, gets me likes as well. So just click. So it's under awareness, boost your posts. Hopefully you guys are taking notes on where to go for this. And it is a page post engagement. That's what it's called. So, and they changed this stuff so much. I did do a video that's in the team, but it's probably outdated now. So that's why I'm doing this again. You can name it whatever you want. Let's see, I'll just choose Zoom example or something. Carrie, if someone has a question, can you just unmute yourself and tell me? Because I can't see it. Like I see a drop-down box and then it goes away, so I can't see what people.
Yes. Kelly said, why would my Facebook page here look different from yours? I don't have a boost post on this page.
You don't have a boost post from your create ad page? I don't know. Are you doing this while you're watching from a different computer or something?
Kelly, why don't you unmute yourself and then explain what you're looking at?
Okay, I was trying to. No, I did it earlier today, and in that column right there, I only have two things. I think I messaged you earlier today about that, and yesterday, I was able to run the ad, but I don't have anything that says boost. I think it just said post engagement is the only thing I had.
Okay, sometimes I don't know why it looks different on different people's computers. I've heard that before, and I don't know why. If you have a question, though, just don't hesitate to message me. I can point you in the right direction of which box to click and stuff. So you can actually create custom audiences, and you can actually save audiences. But for the location, obviously, it's going to be the United States, okay, right now, because we're not open in the Canada or the UK yet. And I always change this to people who live in this location, because you don't want people recently in this location. You don't want people traveling to the location. You want people who live in the United States. So change that to that. Right here, if you click this little down arrow, you can exclude certain places in the United States. And obviously we're not open in Utah, Oklahoma, or North Dakota. So I always exclude those states from my ad. No sense paying for people that you're not going to be able to sign up, right? North Dakota. Okay. There. So what? Oh, okay. Oh, poor Trey. Okay. Age, that all depends on you. I run ads to who I personally relate with, as far as my avatar. So I am only going to run an ad probably from like 30 to like 45 is probably my target age range as far as people that I want to talk to about ads. Obviously, we can advertise to all in this business because it's very demographically friendly. But I always, because of my avatar, because I'm a woman, I just relate better with women. I relate better with moms, that type of thing. So I always choose women for myself. Obviously, if you're a guy, you'll probably choose men or all. It doesn't matter. Obviously, English for the language. Unless you speak other languages, then you can put in Spanish. I put in this right now, the U.S., English U.S. Okay, this is where it can get a little bit tricky because you have to, don't run an ad and spend all kinds of money on it immediately. You want to run an ad to where we call it split testing. So you want to take once you start doing this, it'll become second nature. You'll be able to fly through it. But take 10 different images of, things that you think might work good on an ad, and test, we call it ad copy. So just put some, whatever you're going to say, you'll see what I say on mine in a little bit, but you can take the same words that you're putting in the ad and test it with different photos to see which ad works better. You'll be able to see, it gives you a rundown of how much you're spending, how many engagements it got, how many comments, likes, that type of thing. So if you have a photo that is, performing amazingly, you'll want to take that one and run the ad and spend more money on it because that it's getting, better traction. So I mean, you can choose, there's thousands of different things you can test. For the sake of this example, I'm just going to choose one that I love to choose because it seems to work pretty good to me. Moms who need wine. It works pretty good for me. And then I usually put wine lovers too, just because. But you can put in anything that, pertains to you. It doesn't even have to be wine related, to be honest. It could be anything that, anybody that you want to talk to. I think, it might work better if you, choose something wine related. It's working good for me, but, and you can actually, so that's the interest groups. Okay. And you can actually exclude people from your ad too. So if you don't want a certain, I don't even know, you could put in income. You can if people don't make over a certain amount, let's see, income. You could put people who work in a certain place. You can actually exclude, I know personally, I was a Beachbody coach. So when I ran ads on my page, I excluded everybody with the job title of Beachbody coach or, anything Beachbody related, I was excluding just so, my ads didn't end up in front of people that I couldn't even talk to in the first place. So that's where you can put that. So you can play around with this. You're going to have to test different, demographics, interests, that type of thing to see what's going to work better for you. If you are like me and you're a nurse, sometimes I'll put RN or registered nurse in here. If you like photography, you can put that in there just so you have something to relate with as far as talking to people, because you want to have that, that connection first with something. And as far as me, moms who need wine, obviously, most of the people I talk to are moms, so I'm able to relate with them with that and stuff like that. So,
Sherry, Rebecca asked, would you target as a business?
Target as a business? Like, what do you mean? Can you unmute yourself? Like target direct sellers, or I'm not sure what you mean by target as a business.
Target for a home business, or are you just trying to build relationships?
Oh, I'm still not sure if I know what you're asking. Like, I do target other MLMs if that's what you're asking. Sometimes I do. I'll put in like, you know, other Rodan and Fields reps or, you know, something like that. I'm trying to see the chat box.
She said yes, MLM.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. You can target anybody that you want. And like I said, this is going to take a lot of testing. You cannot run one ad and have it flop and never try again. That would be just ridiculous. So you have to, like, I did pretty good with this ad here, but when, you know, I used to run ads with my other company too. And like, I've probably tested 500 different images and 500 different, you know, paragraphs of, you know, come, you know, whatever, join my challenge group or whatever. So that took a lot of work, and it does take a lot of work trying to figure out which group of people is going to work best for you, you know, what type of demographic is going to work best for you, where you're going to have, you know, the best people to talk to. So don't start doing this and then get discouraged because, you know, it didn't work so well. You're just going to have to keep trying until you find one that does work well. As far as the connection type, I always choose, obviously, Facebook pages, but I exclude people who like my Facebook page because, and the reason why I do this is because if you exclude the people that like your page, it won't, it'll help you get more likes that way. So that's the only reason why I exclude people that like my page. And it just gets more reach that way too. So just type your page name in right there. And this is where you would save your audience. So if you, like, we're testing different audiences that work, you know, trying to figure out which audience worked best for you, this is where you would save. So you could use that audience again if it did well for you. So, and this just takes some practice and some playing around with. So I know this says recommended here for automatic placements, but I always do my own. So click edit placements, and desktop, people are on their phones nowadays. They just are. You can leave it at all devices, and that's fine. And personally, I don't run ads on Instagram because I don't know how to use Instagram, to be honest, but it does get a pretty good reach on Instagram. If you do know how to use Instagram, you can leave that checked, and it will actually run your ad on Facebook and Instagram both, which is kind of handy actually if you know how to use both Facebook and Instagram. But I don't use Instagram, so I would uncheck this box just because I don't use it. And it looks like it unchecks this box too, but it doesn't. It's still checked. And you can actually click here and unclick the right column, because that right column, if you're doing a desktop, the right column doesn't work. Like, it will not get traction like the feed ads will. So I always uncheck the right column as well. And then I go to advanced options. It's a proven fact, you guys, when people are connected to Wi-Fi, they're paying attention to what they're doing. I always check the box only when connected to Wi-Fi, because, like, if they're not connected to Wi-Fi, chances are they're out and about just scrolling on their phone, not really paying attention to, you know, what they're actually looking at. So, but if they're connected to Wi-Fi, they're probably in a restaurant or at home and actually, like, paying attention to their phone. So that's just a little tip I learned from a little birdie. All right, budget and schedule. That is just, that's up to you personally. You can do anything as low as $1 a day, is the lowest you can go. I usually do $5 a day. When you have a winning ad, you can do $5 a day. Until you have a winning ad, I do not suggest spending that much money per day on an ad when you don't know how it's going to do. So as you're testing certain ads, just do $1, and you can set a start and end date. So just like do $1 for one day, or run your ad continuously. So that's up to you. But I usually do, you know, because I know this is a winning, I'm not going to run this ad because I already have one going. But I usually do $5 a day because I know it works well. Don't worry about anything in here. You don't have to change any of this. It's post engagement. It's automatic placements. None of that stuff we even have to worry about. It's out of my way. Okay. And then you can add, name your ad set if you want.
I hear some background noise, so if you're not muted, just go ahead and mute yourself.
Hey, Sherry, that's the part where it says create new ad. Remember we were talking about that earlier today?
Mm-hmm. Yep, this is where people tend to get confused, because see how it's pulling a post from my page that I do not want in my ad? And I mean, don't be jealous because I look good at 40. I mean, seriously, but I want to create a new ad, and it's hidden. It's right here. You have to actually click create a new ad. And then if you already have, like, if an image populates here, you can get rid of it. Just click the X because you don't want this for your ad. And I actually have a library full of images. Well, yeah, that I've used in the past. But if you don't have a library of images yet, just click this little upload, and it will allow you to pull in, you know, whatever photo that you want for your ad. I'm just gonna click my one. This is the photo that I use for my ad all the time. It's just one that works good for me. And it's weird because this actually was my house. So it's just my computer with a bottle of wine. Simple, you know, I don't have any words on it or anything like that. So it's just simple. And this is where you can, if you have multiple pages, you can actually change which page you want it on. Obviously Fit for Wine is my wine page, so I'm gonna keep it there. And this is where you put the text for your ad. And I actually already have it copied because I typed it out in a note beforehand, so I didn't have to worry about typing, you know, in this little box, because that drives me nuts. So I want to have it all ready to go when I get to this point. So I'd already copied it, so I'm just going to paste it if it'll let me. There it goes. There. And then it just populates over here. This is what it looks like on the desktop. So it kind of shows you what it's going to look like. And you can see what it's going to look like in the mobile feed. So if someone's scrolling by on Facebook, this is what they're going to see. It's not, you know, I didn't make it too lengthy wordy. I think it's short and sweet. So that's why I'm getting some traction on this. You do not want to have, you know, too much in there in your words. Otherwise, people will literally read like a paragraph and just stop reading and keep scrolling. So don't have too much, you know, words in there. More is not good for ads. And does someone else have a question? Hold on. Okay.
Hey, Sherry.
Yeah.
You might want to mention about the words on ads.
Yeah. Actually, they allow words on ads now, but they do not get as much traction. So the less words you have on an image, the better. I personally would limit it to maybe a few words. That's it. And make it to where it's like just a little bit of the picture, because otherwise Facebook does not show it as much as you would want. Ray asked, would it be best if your like page contained your name? Yes. Yeah, it would be. Mine doesn't, but it's been like, I don't know. It's definitely like you want to brand yourself. You don't want to brand anything else but yourself. So I should, if it ever allows me to change my page name again, I am going to put my name like / and my name afterwards. So because, and people get confused when you're messaging them from your page because they're like, who are you? Like they don't even know my name because I'm messaging from the Fit for Wine page. So it's definitely better if you have your name in it, and you cannot have the words direct sellers in a like page title. So don't put that in your title at all. So that is it really. You just hit place order right down here, and then it goes to Facebook for approval. And sometimes it can take, I don't know, 5 minutes, and sometimes it can take 2 days. Sometimes they take their sweet old time. I've seen both. So, oh, weird. Someone like drew on the computer screen.
That was you.
That's so weird. I don't even know how I did that. I told you, I'm not techie. I'm not a tech person. This is a basic ad. This is pretty much all I do. I run the same ad all the time because I know this one works for me. So when you find something that works, you don't change it. So you just keep doing the same thing. Does anybody have any questions?
Some people on chat are asking about emojis that don't show up on the Mac. They can only show up on your phone. Do you want to add emojis into your wine ad?
Well, I don't know. Like I said, I'm not tech person. So I always see emojis on my Mac. Do you? I don't know.
I think they mean that you can see them when you post it, but you can't get it from the Mac to the post from the Mac. But people are saying on a Mac you hit Control, Command, and Spacebar, and some emojis will come up.
Oh, I see. Yeah, see, I didn't know that. But good
And
to know.
Ashley asked, what did she mean by if it is performing over 0.20 per post engagement, it's too much?
Yes. When you're running your ad, you will see if Facebook gives you those statistics of how your ad is performing. And if your ad is over, you'll see it when you're running the ad. Like you can go into Ads Manager and see the post engagement. But if it's over 20 cents per engagement, that's not a good ad. Just start over and try a different image or different wording. That's what I mean by having to try multiple like photos and multiple words, ad copy in your ads. So I don't even know where to go to show you, because I always there's a Facebook ads app, you guys. If you don't have the Facebook ads app, there is an app for that. And that's like, I run my ads from the computer all the time. Like I don't use my phone to run my ads. I will do it on the computer, but it will show up if you have the Facebook ads at the app. Your ads will show up in that app on your phone, so you can actually monitor how your ads are doing from that app. And it's way easier than having to come back into into this crazy like tech imagey stuff and try to figure out how your ads are doing. Like that's what I mean. I'm not tech savvy, so that app makes it so much easier to like monitor. I don't know if you guys can see this at all. I'm gonna try pulling it up.
So Sherry, you said the performance that if it's over 20 cents per engagement, it's not good. So what's a good number to gauge that with?
Anything under 20 cents is good.
And Rebecca asked, have you ever done video ads?
Nope. I've never done video ads. I know some people that have and have had good success. I have never tried it myself though. I probably should. See the ad that I currently have running. I don't know if you can see it. But it is currently at 18 cents per post engagement. So I know that's a good one. And it's just the basic Facebook ads app.
Kelly asks, can you stop an ad if it is not performing at below that 20 cents and start over once it started?
Yes.
You're saying yes, you can.
You can stop an ad anytime you want. And you do that by usually, like I control it from the app too. There's just a little toggle button. Like if your ad's sucking, just click the off button and it turns it off. So you're not spending any more money. That's how I do it. And you can actually, I'm going to go back into Ads Manager real quick.
And Alina, I hope I'm saying her name right, Alina said you can share your phone screen on Zoom if you have it connected to your computer.
Oh, I don't think.
But Sherry's not tech savvy, so.
Even if I did, I wouldn't know how to figure that out. Okay. So if your ad was sucking, you just come in here and click that little button right there and it'll turn it off. And then you can start over, create another ad. So, and definitely, Brandy, are you there, Brandy? She had a ad going and she forgot to turn it off. She ended up spending, I don't even know how much money, hundreds of dollars on an ad that she didn't even know was going. So just kind of pay attention to your ads and what they're doing and stuff. So yeah, Brandy.
Gary.
Yeah.
That happened to me once too. I spent like $250.
Yeah.
Note to self, there is a place where you can go in and you can set a limit.
Yes. Yep, there is. I just X'd out of that, but yeah, when you're putting in the amount, like if you want to spend $5 or whatever a day, underneath that there's a little box that says, do you want to set a limit for this ad, and then it won't go over that certain amount. So
you can set an actual limit for your like page in general.
Right.
I forget where it's at right now, but it's when you go under Adverts Manager, and if you go to All Tools, and I think if you go under Billing, under there, you can put a max amount that you want to spend monthly.
Right, exactly. Yep. Yeah, this ad is actually, it was at 18 cents, but now it looks like it's kind of went up a little bit. So what I'm going to do with this ad probably tomorrow is stop it and rerun the same exact ad, the same exact photo with the same exact ad copy, because Facebook can be complete assholes. Sorry to say it, but they can. And once it's been running too long, it will actually just stop showing it as much as it was before. So if you make a whole new one, for some reason, it'll start performing the way it used to. So I'll try that. Yeah, it's all trial and error for real. This one just works better for me, good for me, so I use it. But trust me, I've probably tried 20 different wine photos and, a bunch of different, ad copy. And you can actually test, like, what I would recommend is taking like 10 different images and put the same words and do $1 a day or something. And then after you have the image that's working well, like find which of those 10 is working the best, and then you can start testing the words with, like, take that same photo, do 10 different ads with the same photo, but with different paragraphs or different wording with the ad, and then you'll find a winner that way. So that's what I would recommend doing. It does take some planning. Obviously, you got to find 10 different photos that you'd like to use, and that's the hardest part, is just coming up with the photos. And then it's really easy to run it. Like when you do it 10 times in one sitting, 10 different ads, you're gonna be like, oh, I'm a pro at this now. Like I could do this in my sleep, because you just did it 10 times in a row. So it gets to be really easy once you do that. Yeah, Nicole is right. The weekends do tend to work definitely better. Yeah, you have a winner because your engagement will be low. Exactly, Amanda. Yep. And then if you start, seeing lots of comments and stuff, that's a good thing. Yeah. Yep. You can definitely test. You're gonna, yeah. That just all depends. You can definitely try. That's why it takes so much testing, you guys. It takes time and patience and trying to find, the right audience with the right photo. I would suggest once you have a winning photo and winning wording, then you can start testing different audiences with that image. So just, you have to find your photo first and find your winning wording first, and then you can start playing around with different audiences with that photo. I usually just do like one day for $1. Yeah. You're welcome. Yeah, I forgot.
Sherry, how long for the test? Somebody's asking how long do you test?
Just for like a day or two, just to see how it's doing. You'll know after a day or two if it's doing well or totally bombing. You'll know that. So, anything else? Feel free to unmute yourself if you want.
Kelly asked, do you run one ad at a time or multiple?
No, I do multiple. If you're testing them, just do multiple ads. Just do like 10 at a time. Unless that's all you want to do. Like you can try one at a time if you want. If you don't want to be overwhelmed with 10 ads at once, you can try one, and then if that photo or that didn't do well, try a different photo with your wording and just keep trying that way. But I would suggest just doing 10 at a time and finding out which one's working best, to be honest.
Ashley is saying, I turn mine off overnight because I don't want Facebook wasting money while everyone is asleep. Then I turn it back on the next day around noon.
Yeah, you can do that too. It doesn't really, I don't know if Facebook actually, I guess I can't handle that. Like I just get overwhelmed with that type of stuff. So I leave mine going. I'm not going to sit here and like turn on all my ads in the morning and turn them all off at night. I don't have enough time for that. So I just leave it going. And especially since I was a nurse, so I have a lot of nurses on my page. A lot of times they're working because it's night shift and they're on their computers at night. So a lot of times my ads do better at nighttime than even during the day. So it just depends on, Rose, night shifters look at night. So I don't find that, turning off my ads would do any better at nighttime.
Rose also asked, do you message people who like or share the ad or just those who comment?
I've just been messaging people that comment because I get so many comments on it. But if you're only getting likes or if you're only, then yes, definitely be messaging them.
And Mike asks, do you think Google AdWords is worth advertising with, or do you think Facebook would be more appropriate from a recruiting standpoint?
Oh, I know nothing. I know nothing about Google AdWords. That's Austin's territory. If you want to talk to Austin about that, he's a Google AdWord, the Google AdWord genius. So I know nothing about Google AdWords. I just find that social media, the Facebook advertising, you know, all like Gary Vaynerchuk and you know, all these other is it Vaynerchuk? I don't even know. But, you know, he pushes that Facebook advertising is the way to go as far as, you know, business and getting, you know, your ads in front of people and getting recruiting and that type of stuff. So I personally like Facebook and it works well for me. I think I've probably signed up 10 or 15 people from Facebook ads in this business since we started 4 months ago. So the Facebook advertising is definitely working for me, but I know nothing about Google AdWords. Does anybody else on the call know anything about it that can chime in? Yeah, definitely something to look into. I know there's lots of people that do have success with Google AdWords. It's just what you prefer using, I guess. Both probably work well, but I don't know anything. So Judy asked, it only charges when it's clicked or commented on though, right? Yeah, I think so. Cool. Any other questions? All right, well, I guess we'll just end her here. Hopefully this was helpful. Like I said, I'm not exactly a guru at this type of stuff, but I know how to run a basic ad. So, all right, guys, I'm just gonna, hey, you're welcome. You're welcome. Have a good week, guys. I'll see you next week.